behind one man's heroic actions and how his life and the lives of others will forever be changed because of it.
Over 100 people were working in what's come to be known as the Candle Factory in Mayfield, Kentucky, when the deadly tornado hit. 8 people died that night, but among the survivors was Marco Sanchez, an inmate of Graves County.
We had probably the worst tornado ever recorded in the state of Kentucky come right through the middle of our county.
December 10th was a night most in the tri-state will never forget. A lot of lives were instantly altered when the tornado hit, including the life of Marco Sanchez, who was serving a sentence in the Graves County jail.
There's a program here locally where certain inmates are allowed to go out and work. We had 6 or 7 inmates there working at the Candle Factory that night.
When the tornado hit, the structure collapsed, trapping dozens of workers and killing a few, including the deputy jailer that was overseeing Sanchez's work. Sanchez suffered a broken leg and fractured ribs.
He had actually was trapped when the building collapsed, and he was able to find a void in the rubble, and he managed to get out. And we believe he was probably the very first person to be able to escape.
He returned minutes later with tools to help save the lives of those who were trapped around him.
I'll have to say that he has got to be the most humble human being I've ever met in my life. It just goes to show that good people sometimes make mistakes, and you just don't always judge a book by its cover.
Sanchez was eventually taken to a hospital for his injuries, where he approached several officers trying to turn himself in. When the sheriff heard of his heroic acts, he made sure the judge knew of his good behavior.
We believe the judge was going to shock probate him and release him based off of his actions. But Mr. Sanchez told the judge that he felt that he owed it to society to finish his term out.
Sheriff Hayden says Marco Sanchez had to make a lot of decisions that night, and at every turn, he made the right one. With only days left of his sentence, the sheriff's office in the city of Mayfield are trying to help him get a fresh start. One way they're doing that is by reuniting him with a late-night caller who heard the story and reached out, someone that he hasn't seen or spoken to in 20 years.
She told me that she said, "I think that's my brother." And it turned out it is. She said they didn't know that where he was or even if he was still alive. They're just absolutely in shock over this.
Sanchez is scheduled to be released from jail next week on March 1st, and we intend to be there as he begins the next chapter of his life. Reporting in Kentucky, Claire Dugan, 44 News.